The decline in World of Warcraft subscribership has continued. In Q1 of this year, we went from 10 million to 6.9 million. During Q2, we had the launch of WoW Token, which many thought would stem the titanic decrease in subscribers, and at the end of the quarter, we also had patch 6.2. Well, the people who thought that would help were wrong. The game lost a further 1.5 million subscribers and is now at 5.6 million. To put that in perspective, the game had 5.6 million subscribers in December of 2005, during vanilla. The game lost nearly half of its subscriber base in 6 months. And also, we are significantly lower than the game's Mist of Pandaria low during the 14-month content drought. And yeah, the 14 months of Siege of Orgrimmar did less damage than 6 months of Warlords of Draenor. Not only was there not enough content, but it was bad. Now this is the second largest drop in subs, with the drop in Q1 of this year being the largest. Yeah, even bigger than the supposedly large drops of Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria's quarters. And I suppose this is the smallest amount of subscribers that World of Warcraft has had since its initial growth period, which is really quite sad seeing just how much it's fallen. WoW Token was also mentioned as it is counted in the numbers. Token is a way for people who are often referred to as whales, basically to buy loads of tokens, which then pays for other people to play because they purchase those tokens with gold. A single whale will equate to multiple regular players playing the game via selling their own in-game gold. I wonder what the number would be if we were to remove those free sort of gold-paying players and get just the number of people who are willing to put their own money on the line to get into this game. There simply is no other way to put it. Warlords of Draenor is, in terms of direct performance, a failure. The lessons that were learned could pay off a lot in the future, but right now that's just conjecture. We don't know if they will. What we do know is that that is how many subs we lost. The 3 million drop was a validation of many people's concerns, and this only furthers that. Now, Warlords of Draenor also brought a new era of overt retention mechanics, centered around the garrison. They were terrible. Individuals might like them, but the numbers speak volumes about the majority. People do not like these, and because they are such a key part of the game, they're not really optional. Mike went on to describe patch 6.2 as being one of the largest bits of non-expansion content to date. Rehashing is not new content. Applying a damage scale is not new content. Copy-pasting a mission system is not new content. The raid is brilliant, but the accompanying zone is very poor, sporting grindy gameplay that is almost the exact same every single day, and a truly pathetic single-player campaign. Patch 6.2 did release during Q2, so these numbers do include the initial rush of people who resubbed to try it out. I highly doubt that number is going to increase due to 6.2, so now that we are here, maybe a month and a bit into Q3, that number is probably significantly lower. Mike did say that they will be announcing the next expansion, and they have been listening a lot to people's feedback on Warlords. He even pimped the stream on the 6th of August directly, and he really did seem to be overtly trying to placate people. Maybe that will work, probably not. Again, we're just going to have to see what this expansion is like. Much of the loss was also attributed to Asia, and they said that's because Diablo 3 came out there and it cut into the WoW subscribers. Without numbers, I don't even think that statement is worth bothering with. It's such bullshit. An absolute baller of a business analyst also talked about WoW's drop in a Q&A, and it was almost as if he was trying to dig up more detail about what Mike was really saying. He said that Warlords of Draenor demonstrated people's likelihood to resub for an expansion, and he also said the movie will help. What I would say to that first thing about people resubbing is, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. People are burned. Are they going to come back? I think many people after Warlords are just going to be done and they're not going to bother. Look, all that we know right now is the current quality of the game. I'm 100% certain that they abandoned Warlords of Draenor, cancelled a raid tier, and doubled down on the next expansion, hence there being no Shattrath raid and no Farallon. The next expansion could be great, it could have solved all of these problems, but holy fuck Blizzard, how did you let this game fall so far? What idiotic people made the gameplay decisions that governed most of this expansion? Did they have no foresight? Because I'll tell you one thing, during beta, pretty much all the major problems were hit on the head by testers. We knew these problems would happen. Many of us thought, well, it's fine. There'll be something like 5.2 coming, and that will make everything better. That didn't happen. 6.2 is way worse than 5.2. There was no 5.1 equivalent to at least give something there. Overall, I just think it's boggling and very worrying that they have decided to do things this way. The amount of churn that has been going on is incredible in terms of the player base, and churning players burns bridges with franchises, and I have to wonder how many people are just not going to bother with the next expansion on account of this one. Anyway, I hope that this time next year I'll be bringing everyone fantastic news about the new expansion. I hope it's brilliant, and I hope it undoes this damage, but right now, I don't think we can really feel that great about things. Anyway, tune back into the channel on the 6th of August for all the coverage of the new World of Warcraft expansion announcement. Thanks for watching this video, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments, and I'll see you next time.